Hello students and welcome to EPG Pathshala. I'm Dr. Pooja Malhotra from Dyal Singh College, Karnal, and today we are going to talk on the module Japanese Management from the paper Principles and Practices of Management. After completing this module, the students will be able to understand the concept and origin of Japanese management, understand the features of Japanese management. We will also learn the difference between Japanese management and traditional management system, and also we'll try to find out the changing trends of Japanese management. So before we talk about Japanese management, let's talk about management. As we know, management is an important function of an organization. It basically means the effective utilization of various limited resources so as to achieve the organizational goal, and the success or failure of business depends upon effective management philosophy and the system adopted by it. Now, amongst there are various management systems or styles which a company can adopt, and amongst the most successful management systems is the Japanese management system. Today, Japan is considered as one of the superior economic powers of the world. As the saying goes, Rome was not built in a day, so Japan was also not built in a day. Having lost the war in 1945, Japan had to restart the development process from the scrap. Infrastructure was demolished, the economic environment was suppressed and dominated by the other countries, and the people were extremely poor. They did not have resources of any economic value. However, the zeal, energy, and social cultural value systems of the Japanese people were not affected by the war. Rather, they accelerated the efforts towards the national development. Japan, as it stands today, is due to the efforts of Japanese people who were smart enough to adopt the foreign technology and management philosophy and develop suitable technological and management systems that can be effectively and efficiently applied for the development of the country. Japanese management system has its origin from Western system of management. It has improved over time. It has shown significant changes during the period of 1960 to 1976. The main focus of Japanese management system is to serve the society and the nation. Service to mankind is the force behind the success of Japanese management. Let's talk about the features of Japanese management. The features of Japanese management system can be divided into two categories: people related features and work or operations related features. The people related Japanese management practices mainly focus on human resource management aspects like the lifetime employment, the seniority wage system, training, employee involvement, and employee welfare practices. On the other hand, the work or operations related management practices include practices like just in time, subcontracting, quality control, etc. So first of all, we will discuss human resource management or people oriented practices. The main focus of human resource management or people related practices of Japanese companies is towards people and their development. So, some of the practices which are followed by the Japanese companies towards people development are: first is the scientific recruitment system. Large companies used to conduct competitive exams. The students studying in their final year of graduation or high school used to give these exams. The selected candidates agreed to join the company, and after joining, company provides them general training regarding the work operations. The next feature is lifetime employment. The Japanese companies provide lifetime employment to employees. They are given full life security until they themselves want to retire. So, this system also provided work commitment from the workforce to the management. The next feature of Japanese management is seniority based promotion and wage system. Under this system, the promotions from lower to higher levels are based on number of years worked, that is seniority based. Hence, it provides a long-term loyalty to the organization. Similarly, the wage system is also based upon seniority. Recruitment. The system ensures that the companies hire the cream, that is, the employees with higher levels of educational qualifications are recruited in the Japanese companies. Training. Japanese management system provides continuous training to the core employees so as to keep them updated with the present systems. Equal treatment. The differences between blue and white collar are irrelevant for organizational development under Japanese system. The focus is to ensure team spirit among the employees. Hence, top level managers are also trained on the shop floor for some time, having same facilities as are given to shop floor employees. And shop floor employees also share common benefits as are given to top level employees so as to remove the differences. Employee involvement. Under this system, employees are motivated to participate in decision making process. The Ringi system refers to decision making by consensus. The word Ringi consists of two parts: Rin, which means submitting a proposal to one's superior and getting his approval, and Gi means deliberations and decisions. So, employees are encouraged to give suggestions to improve the efficiency and productivity at shop floor. Employee welfare. Japanese companies provide welfare practices for their employees like goods at lower prices, accommodation at lower rates, giving loans at lower rate, and providing healthcare practices, etc. So the concern of human resource practices is upon employee development. So firstly, we'll talk about work or operations related management practices. The work or operation or production related management practices of Japanese companies have some specific features which focus on pursuing efficiency in work. Some of the practices followed by Japanese companies for achieving operational efficiency are ownership structure. Most of Japanese companies are not family owned. Financial institutions and the affiliated companies are the owners of these companies. The second feature is corporate structure. The corporate structure shows the relationships at different levels of operations, and the Japanese companies hire a few of its directors from outside. Otherwise, it promotes its directors from inside competitive employee force. The communication system. Japanese system follows two-way communication system allowing communication both sides upward as well as the downward. Next approach is the just in time. Just in time approach focuses on elimination of waste. Under this system, minimum or a very low amount of inventory is maintained, which is absolutely important for the production. It believes in purchasing inventory at the time when it is required, though it requires uninterrupted supply of materials. In similar way, the approach includes producing the goods only in accordance with sales so that adjustments can be made as per change in demand. Hence, this practice ensures better quality and high productivity. Subcontracting. To ensure regular supply of parts and materials, large companies, particularly in manufacturing sector, rely on a regular subcontracting system. Hence, this eliminates the competition between large and small companies. The relationship lies on mutual trust. In this way, the companies can utilize the competencies and guidance of the subcontracting companies. The next approach of Japanese management is better quality. Better quality is the objective of Japanese management. The Japanese companies focus on continuous improvement in its production or service capacity, products, or service specifications as per the customer's requirements, delivery times, and cost of production. All the members of the organization concentrate on improving on a regular basis on each aspect and ensure higher productivity and sustainable growth. So, overall, the Japanese system of management can also be summed up as TQM, that is, Total Quality Management System, covering both its aspects, people related as well as work related practices. The main objective of the system is to provide the consumers the products or services as per their requirements in an efficient and effective manner. As we have discussed various features of Japanese management system, now we will talk about the benefits or the advantages of Japanese management system. So there are so many benefits, like first of all, it is democratic in nature because Japanese management system is democratic in nature and every employee is involved in decision making process. Greater participation. Employees are involved in decision making process, hence before taking final decision, several meetings, deliberations and discussions take place. So decisions are finally arrived at are going to be more authentic and appropriate. Easy implementation of the decisions. Because decisions are taken democratically by involving people at all the levels of management, hence, these decisions can be easily and successfully implemented without any delay. High morale level and productivity. Under Japanese management system, the employees' concerns and feelings are taken care of. Hence, it improves their morale level and that leads to high productivity. Lower absenteeism and turnover. Because Japanese system provides secured employment and better salary packages, hence there are less chances of absenteeism and turnover, that is shifts from one job to another job. Increase in quality. Japanese management system works on quality controls which ensure high quality products and services. Reduced cost and wastages. The implementation of techniques like just in time, total quality management, they ensure reduction in wastages and cost. These techniques help in achieving high quality and high productivity and hence increase in efficiency. Optimum utilization of resources. Japanese management system ensures optimum utilization of limited resources of the organization. So it means to make best possible use of all available resources. More output. Efficiency will lead to more production with limited resources, hence increasing the productivity level of organization. Increased profits, because reduced wastages, high quality and high productivity and efficiency will ultimately lead to increase in profits of the company. So the system provides satisfaction to all the stakeholders of the company. Japanese management system versus traditional system. Now let's talk about comparison between the Japanese management system and the traditional or the Western management system. Where Japanese management system focuses on companyism, which includes its practices towards maximizing the value of the company, including all stakeholders. On the other hand, the traditional approach is based upon capitalism, which focuses mainly on maximization of its profits. Traditional system works for shareholders' satisfaction, while Japanese system works for customers' satisfaction. Priority is given to shop floor under Japanese system, while top level is given more priority under traditional approach. Where human development is the focus of Japanese system, on the other hand, traditional system lies on systems development. In case of Japanese system, communication is both way, means it flow from upward to downward and from downward to upward, while it is only one sided in traditional system, which is basically from top to down. Employee involvement is there in Japanese system. Employees are involved in decision making process, while only top management takes decision under traditional systems. Traditional system is a result oriented approach, while Japanese system is a process oriented. In case of Japanese system, the focus is on continuous improvement in quality, while traditional system is only a typed one. So where we have talked about the various benefits of Japanese management system over the traditional management systems, there are certain negative outcomes of the Japanese system also. So let's talk about the negative outcomes or the disadvantages of Japanese management system. So some of the negative implications are: the first is delay in decision making, because there is an involvement of many people in the process of decision making, so it leads to delay in taking the appropriate decisions, hampers the working of the organization smoothly. The process of decision making is very time consuming, so which adversely affects the smooth functioning of the organization. A large amount of time of the managers is spent in meetings, deliberations, and conferences, so which badly affects the working of the enterprise. There can also be lack of coordination among the viewpoints of various employees. Loss of supplies. Just in time technique can work if the company ensure healthy relations with its suppliers and easy availability of supplies at the time when it is required. Otherwise, it can hamper production and hence the operations or the techniques of the enterprise. Over-dependent and overburdened workers. Workers could become over-dependent on the company given that seniority, and a lack of specialized skills made it difficult to leave a company if a worker was unhappy in his job. Workers also had to make many personal sacrifices. They often had to work overtime, which limited their time spent with their family. Burden of lifetime employment. Lifetime employment becomes a long time burden on the company exchequer. Similarly, the seniority based promotions and wage system is also an expensive affair for the company. Complex performance evaluation. When jobs are performed in groups and due to lack of job descriptions, it becomes difficult to evaluate individual performances authentically. The evaluation of workers and managers is a very time consuming process and requires the use of qualitative and quantitative information about the performance. So let's talk about certain recent changes in Japanese management systems adopted by various Japanese companies. By 1990s, the Japanese management system was seen as ineffective. So some of the factors that forced the companies to make changes to their management system included maturing economy, slowing growth, deregulation, service based economy, recession, collapse of bubble economy, declining in sales and profits, corporate demographics, which included too many workers, increasing labor cost, changes in Japanese society like development of affluent society and aging society, global economy, which included appreciation of Japanese yen, increased competition from abroad, and the development of information technology, speed of communication, and volume of information. All of these factors led to a changing economic environment in which Japanese companies were forced to operate. So in particular, these changes led to a decline in profits and to growing concerns about having too many workers. Companies were forced to cut cost, in particular the labor cost, which led to a decrease in workers' morale level. Companies used many methods to decrease labor cost, including moving their production facilities abroad. So some of the changing trends in Japanese management system which we'll discuss now are changes to lifetime employment. To cut labor cost, companies started using two-tier labor system, employment of non-regular or contract-based workers along with regular workers. These part-time workers used to work as many hours and did the same jobs as full-time workers. But the difference was of their wages and benefits, which were much less, and they were not covered by lifetime employment system. The Japanese management system shifted from seniority to merit based promotions. So many large companies started laying less emphasis on seniority and more emphasis was given on merit based performances in determining their wages as well as promotions. Declining role of unions. Most recently, the role of unions in Japan has been declining. a number of companies decided that they would not negotiate with unions and would not increase basic monthly wages. Like in 2003, Toyota announced that it would no longer negotiate monthly wage increases with its union and that it would base all the salary increases or promotions on performance basis. So this was another indication of shift of promotions and wages from seniority to performance base. Increasing research and development. The research and development expenditures of Japanese companies are huge and growing. Earlier, the Japanese research and development efforts were directed primarily towards product development. However, presently, the research and development is becoming even more important, and the portion of research and development funds spent on basic research is increasing. Furthermore, the location of these research and development efforts will no longer be limited primarily to Japan, but will expand to the rest of the world, particularly to the countries like United States and Western Europe. The next change is regarding innovation versus efficiency. The efficiency oriented management style that proved so successful in recent decades is now shifting towards innovation management because quality control and total quality concept have become commonplace. They are no longer useful for product differentiation. Though efficiency and quality cannot be neglected, innovation management will play a key role in Japanese management style. The Japanese management system has adopted new approaches to decision making. The ringi system for decision making that has been dominant at Japanese corporations builds consensus from bottom to top. So it is quite time consuming process and involve lots of efforts. However, in fast changing business conditions, it sometimes require quick decisions. So the traditional Japanese system needs to be modified to permit more top management led decision making. While few organizations have introduced such a major modification, and many more are studying this idea. So, students, let us summarize what we have learned in this module. The Japanese management system consists of two main aspects: people oriented and work oriented. The Japanese style of people oriented management practices mainly focus on personnel and human resource management aspects like lifetime employment, seniority system, etc. Whereas the work oriented management practices mainly focus on production and engineering functions, which include the approaches like just in time, production system, the subcontracting, and quality control. So, these specific features of Japanese style of management have been developed as a result of the socio-cultural characteristics of Japanese society, which has largely contributed to the built-up competitiveness of the Japanese companies, leading to make Japan as a super economic power in the world. Japanese system works on the theory of human development for the overall development of its organization as against the traditional approach of management. So many countries are adopting Japanese management system for quality and productivity improvement. In response to the rapidly changing world markets in which they compete, Japanese firms are facing the need for significant changes in the way they manage themselves. While some changes are already underway, more drastic changes may be expected. Specifically, Japanese firms are moving toward a strategic management approach and are exploring revisions in both organizational structure and policy to implement their new strategies. Thank you.